General Hospital spoilers reveal stunning news, conquering fears, pleas for help, and so much more. You won't want to miss a moment of this intense new episode. Sonny, Maurice Bernard, is taken by surprise when Michael, Chad Duell, walks into his office. He was happy to be invited to the wedding, but did not think Michael would voluntarily see him again so soon. However, what Michael has to say will be the real shock. He tells Sonny that things need to change before it's too late, as he holds his phone in his hand with the incriminating Pikeman video queued up. Will he show it to Sonny and tell him how he got this kind of video? Dex, Evan Hofer, can barely believe that his entire year working for Michael has been for nothing. He finally got the evidence he needed to put Sonny behind bars for the rest of his life, and Michael just deleted the video and decided to drop his vendetta. Now what? Well, Dex is not sure, but he does know he has to tell Jocelyn, Eden McCoy, what's going on. She is shaken and devastated to hear that not only will Sonny not be going down as she had hoped, but Dex now has to remain Sonny's employee indefinitely as he figures out a way to get himself out of this mess. It's either that or he leaves town. Jocelyn tells Dex that is not an option. The poker game at the Savoy goes just as Selena Lydia look planned, and she makes a killing at Gladys's, Bonnie Burroughs' expense. Or, should we say Sasha's, Sophia Matson, expense because it's Sasha's money? Now Gladys is in worse debt than ever before. Brooklyn, Amanda Seton, doesn't want to go back to work at Deception, but realizes that she is going to have to if she wants Tracy, Jane Elliott, to keep her secret from Chase, Josh Swickard. To that end, she reports for duty on her first day back on the job. What the Deception ladies do not know is that BLQ is Tracy's spy inside. As all of this is going on, Sasha is at the Home and Hearth channel with Lucy Lynn Herring, ready to go on live TV after her breakdown last year. Will she be able to pull this off with ease? On General Hospital, Liesl was just about to donate bone marrow to her dying great-niece Willow when she was inconveniently kidnapped. Liesl is free now, but she has a new bestie, Drew. They've survived a lot together, so how will Liesl react when she returns to Port Charles and finds out that niece Mana arranged to have Drew's love, and her niece, Willow's new husband's mother, Carly, arrested? What over 2,000 of you are expecting to happen? Liesl, Kathleen Gaddy, maybe high on Drew, Cameron Matheson, 14% concede, but she has a long-standing dislike of Carly, Laura Wright, to match Nina's, Cynthia Watrous. Once she hears what Nina has done, Liesl may not exactly you go, girl, her niece, but she'll get it. And not judge, a larger 42% of you predict that Liesl will instinctively be angry at Minna, but she'll get over it quickly. There's the fact that she also doesn't like Carly thing, but there's also that Liesl has done much, much worse. She's kidnapped and killed people. Sure, she's all upstanding now, working with the good guys to stop Victor, Charles Shaughnessy, saving Willow's, Caitlin McMullen life. But she knows what it's like to do bad things for good reasons. After all, it's why she always did everything. Nina is a chip off the old block, but a slightly larger number. 44% of General Hospital fans believe Liesl's affection for Drew will now trump everything else. They almost died together, and that means they owe each other their lives. This extends to Drew's nearest and dearest. Liesl will be ride or die for Carly. Drew, of course, will not need to extend the same courtesy to Liesl, where Nina is concerned. Oh, and there's also the minor fact that Drew was involved in the insider trading thing. He's guilty too. But anything that's about Carly has to be only about Carly. The General Hospital recap features Nina Reeves and Ava having a little chat over martinis. In this episode, Nina wanted to confess to tipping off the SEC, but she got a talking to instead. Sonny and Valentin met about the Pikeman deal, while Michael told Dex he wanted to call the whole revenge scheme off. Liesl finally donated her bone marrow and Willow finally looked sick. Plus, Carly and Drew learned they were in big trouble. Now let's dig a little deeper into the details. Ava, Maura West, and Nina, Cynthia Watrous, met up at the Savoy and Ava was ready to party. She wanted to drink a toast to the Greenland rescue and reminded a distraught Nina that Liesl, Kathleen Gaddy, was back and Willow, Caitlin McMullen, would hopefully live. Nina was still down in the dumps as she told Ava all about Willow's request for her to drop her vendetta against Carly, Laura Wright. Ava thought that was a great idea, but Nina reminded her about that SEC call. Ava had a good point when she said that Nina made her promise to leave Carly alone after she tipped off the SEC, so it's not like she really lied to Willow. What's done was done, Nina insisted. You can't change the past and can only move forward. Nina had an idea though. She could mitigate the damage and just tell Willow the truth before the truth comes out later. Ava nixed that notion quickly. Either way, Sonny, Willow, and the Quartermaines would be furious. It took a while, but Nina finally agreed to do what Ava said. As for Willow, she lay in her isolation room, finally getting her cancer treated when Liesl stopped by to say hello through the window and talk to her on the phone. Willow even sounded weak and sick as Liesl told her how good she felt to donate her bone marrow. Willow even asked if Liesl was okay following the procedure. She thanked Liesl for helping her live, and Liesl pointed out she did what she had to because Willow was family. Liesl assured Willow she did not have an agenda and Willow did not have to accept Nina in her life just because of the transplant. However, she spoke in code to Willow when she stressed that sometimes people tend to latch onto any family they have left in the world and often put too much pressure on familial relationships. Willow got the hint, but Liesl just wanted her great niece to live, so she has the choice of one day letting Nina into her life. Scott, Kin Schreiner, soon found Liesl in the hall outside Willow's room and expressed how worried he was about her and how relieved he was that she was okay. After the small talk, Scott finally confessed how much he still thought about Liesl and wanted her back. Liesl admitted she missed Scott too, but also described how it felt to watch the haunted star blow up after Britt, Kelly Thiebaud, died in her arms there. She was sadly not ready to forgive Scott just yet. Jocelyn, Eden McCoy, was the next to visit Willow via window and phone, but all Willow wanted was to hear about Jocelyn's life. Willow was willing to settle for studying stories, but Joss couldn't wait to tell her all about having a brand new boyfriend. Drew, Cameron Matheson, and Carly wandered the hospital halls embracing just because they could do it in public. But an overly dramatic Jocelyn soon showed up relieved to see him. Drew's presence was a sign to her that Willow would live. When Drew walked away to take a call, Carly and Joss got to talking about their relationships being out in the open. Deanne, Carolyn Hennessy, showed up to talk about the SEC case, so Joss walked away. Diane was forced to inform Carly and Drew that the SEC had a strong case and they were in real trouble. She also couldn't represent both of them at the same time. Drew and Carly then argued about who would get custody of Diane. In the end, Carly won. Dex, Evan Hofer, was ready to end his association with Sonny, Morris Bernard, and he texted Michael, Chad Duell. He was there to meet him on the hospital roof as requested. Michael didn't want to tear himself away from Willow's window, but knew he had to do this. Michael finally found the courage to tell Dex that Willow convinced him to give up his vendetta and delete that video. Dex was perplexed and then angered to hear this, considering he just spent the last year of his life doing this job for Michael and risked his life daily. Michael asked Dex to magically disappear as a way of getting him out of the Sonny mess, but Dex couldn't do that now. Dex realized he was royally screwed, but he was not going to leave Jocelyn behind. He seemed to change his mind because after Michael left, Dex called Jocelyn to the roof to say goodbye. Valentine, James Patrick Stewart, finally made his way back into the Pikeman story when Sonny summoned him to his office to ask why Valentine would get him mixed up in this arms mess. Sonny explained to him what was going on with the Pikeman deal, and Valentine was shocked to hear about the warehouse shootout. Sonny wondered if Valentine knew from the start that this deal could put a target on Sonny's back. Valentine did not know specifically what would happen and told Sonny that any information he would get from Pikeman would be on a need-to-know basis. When Valentine told Sonny that Pikeman wanted to work with him again, Sonny said to tell them he wasn't interested because he didn't traffic in explosives of that magnitude. Valentine explained that Pikeman does arms deals with smaller countries for the U.S. military, but Sonny was still not willing to be collateral damage. However, he might be willing to work with them again if Pikeman changed its method of business. After Valentine left, Michael showed up.